Hey there, job seekers. It's me, your friendly name-crafted resume is your ticket to getting noticed and landing that scary, often confusing world of job hunting. It's a jungle out there, right? You're competing with tons of other talented people, all vying for that dream job. It can feel overwhelming, like trying to stand out in a sea of suits. But fear not, my friend. I'm here to tell you there's one tool in your arsenal that can make all the difference: your resume. It's your first impression, your elevator pitch, your chance to shine. A well-crafted resume is your ticket to getting noticed and landing that interview. Remember those cheesy dating shows where contestants had you? Now I know what you're thinking, Neil. I'm not a has even less time to make a good impression. We're talking seconds, people. That's why it's crucial to put your best foot forward and showcase what makes you uniquely qualified. You want to create a resume that doesn't just list your work history, but tells a compelling story about your professional journey. It should highlight your accomplishments, your passion, and your potential. Think of it as a marketing tool, designed to sell your brand, you. Now I know what you're thinking, Neil. I'm not a graphic designer or a wordsmith. How am I supposed to create something amazing? Don't worry, you don't have to be. Crafting a killer resume is easier than you might think. Just like a good recipe, a standout resume has a few key ingredients. We're going to break down the process into simple, easy-to-follow steps that anyone can master. No need for fancy jargon or complicated templates, just clear, concise, and compelling writing that lets your personality shine through. Ready to roll up your sleeves and get started? Great. Let's dive in and transform that resume from a wallflower into the life of the party. Alright, let's kick things off with the basics, shall we? Or the embarrassing inside joke you share with your buddies. People forget to include the most important information on their resume: how to reach them. Your contact information is like the welcome mat to your professional life. Make sure it's clear, correct, and easy to find at the very top of your resume. We're talking your full name, phone number, email address, the works. Now, a word to the wise. When it comes to your email address, keep it professional. That means ditching the cutesy nickname from high school or the embarrassing inside joke you share with your buddies. johnsmithprofessional@email.com is much more impressive than partyanimal23@email.com. Trust me on this one. Avoid listing multiple phone numbers unless absolutely necessary. Stick to one primary number where you can be easily reached. And always double-check that your voicemail message is professional and clear. You don't want a potential employer to hang up before you even get a chance to wow them with your skills. Section 2. The objective statement. Your elevator. Generic statements like seeking a challenging position. Objective statement. Now, this isn't just some fluffy sentence that you throw in there to fill up space. This, my friends, is your elevator pitch. It's your chance to grab the hiring manager's attention and tell them exactly what you want and why you're the perfect fit for the job. Think of it this way: you've got about 30 seconds in an elevator with your dream employer. What do you say to convince them to hire you? That's what your objective statement should do. Instead of generic statements like seeking a challenging position, try something specific and targeted to the job you're applying for. For example, highly motivated marketing professional with over 5 years of experience in digital marketing, seeking to leverage expertise in social media campaigns to drive brand awareness and engagement for Company X. See the difference? Section 3. Tailoring your objective. One side experience match up perfectly. This shows the high. Don't just create one generic objective statement and slap it on every resume you send out. Take the time to tailor it to each specific job you're applying for. Remember, you're not just looking for any job, you're looking for the right job. Your objective statement should reflect that. Read the job description carefully and identify the key skills and experience they're looking for. Then, tailor your objective statement to highlight how your skills and experience match up perfectly. This shows the hiring manager that you've taken the time to understand their needs and that you're genuinely interested in the position. Section 4. Example time. Seeing is user-friendly designs, seeking to contribute to the growth. Can seem a bit abstract. So, let's get down to brass tacks with some real-life examples. Let's say you're applying for a job as a graphic designer at a tech startup. A generic objective statement might look something like this: creative and talented graphic designer seeking a challenging and rewarding position. Pretty bland, right? Now let's try something a little more specific. Highly motivated and experienced graphic designer with a passion for creating visually stunning and user-friendly designs, seeking to contribute to the growth and success of Company X. See the difference? The second statement is more specific, more engaging, and highlights your skills and experience in a way that's relevant to the job you're applying for. Alright, we've got the introductions out of the way, your contact starting with your most recent position. Include the name, and your objective statement is so sharp it could cut diamonds. Now let's dig into the heart of the matter, your work experience. This is where you really get to showcase your skills and experience, so don't be shy. This section should be a concise yet detailed account of your professional journey, highlighting your accomplishments and demonstrating your value to potential employers. Start by listing your work experience in reverse chronological order, starting with your most recent position. Include the name of the company, your job title, and the dates of employment. Now here's where many people go wrong. They simply list their job duties. Don't just tell me what you did, tell me how well you did it. Instead of saying, responsible for managing social media accounts, say, successfully grew social media following by 200% in 6 months, resulting in a 15% increase in website traffic. See the difference? One way to make your work experience section really pop, or coached. For creative roles created, designed as the cheerleaders of your resume, adding energy and enthusiasm to your accomplishments. Instead of saying, responsible for managing a team of 10, say, led, mentored, and motivated a team of 10 to exceed sales goals consistently. See how much more dynamic that sounds? Here's a quick list of action verbs to get you started. For leadership roles, led, managed, oversaw, directed, spearheaded, mentored, coached. For creative roles created, designed, developed, wrote, composed, produced, imagined. For analytical roles analyzed, researched, evaluated, interpreted, diagnosed, solved, optimized. Remember, your resume is a competition, and you want yours to be the one that stands out from the crowd. Using strong action verbs is a simple yet effective way to make your accomplishments shine and grab the hiring manager's attention. Now I know you've heard the saying, show, don't tell. Well, examples. Instead of, managed a large budget. Results-oriented individual, prove it. Whenever possible, quantify your achievements with numbers, percentages, or specific examples. This adds credibility to your claims and helps the hiring manager understand the impact you made in your previous roles. Instead of saying increased website traffic, say increased website traffic by 30% in 1 quarter by implementing a new SEO strategy. See how much more powerful that is? Here are some other examples. Instead of managed a large budget, try successfully managed a budget of $1 million, consistently coming in under budget. Instead of improved customer satisfaction, try increased customer satisfaction ratings by 15% by implementing a new customer service training program. Remember, numbers don't lie. So, let your accomplishments speak for themselves and back up your claims with solid evidence. Section 4. The case of the disappearing gaps without drawing attention to it. However, if the pesky employment gaps that sometimes creep up on our resumes. Life happens, right? Maybe you took time off to travel the world, raise a family, or pursue a personal passion. Whatever the reason, it's important to address any gaps in your employment history honestly and directly. Don't try to hide them or make up stories. Honesty is always the best policy. If the gap is relatively short, less than 6 months, you can simply list the dates of employment without drawing attention to it. However, if the gap is longer, you may want to briefly explain the reason for the gap in your cover letter or during an interview. For example, you could say, I took a year off to care for a family member, during which time I volunteered at a local nonprofit organization, where I gained valuable experience in insert relevant skills. See how that works? You've acknowledged the gap, explained the reason for it, and highlighted how you used that time to develop new skills. Section 5. The side dishes, additional experiences. Don't underestimate the power of side dishes. These add flavor and dimension to your profile. Skills, volunteer work, awards, and languages. Showcase your achievements and unique qualities. Section 1. Education is key. Show off your academic level of education first, including the name of the institution. Now some of you might think, Neil, isn't work experience more important? And you're not wrong, but your educational background still holds a lot of weight, especially for those of you just starting out in the working world. This section is your chance to showcase your academic achievements, your thirst for knowledge, and your commitment to professional development. Think of it as the foundation upon which you've built your career. Start by listing your highest level of education first, including the name of the institution, the degree you earned, and your graduation date. High school sweethearts, you can generally leave this part out once you've got some college under your belt. Now, if you're a recent grad or still working towards a degree, don't fret, you've got options. Include your expected graduation date and highlight any relevant coursework, projects, or academic achievements that demonstrate your skills and knowledge. Section 2. New grad? No sweat. Social media management. Did you complete any impressive project? Daunting. After all, your work experience might be a little light on the ground. But fear not, my friends. There are plenty of ways to make your education section work harder for you. Don't be afraid to get specific. Did you rock a particular class that's relevant to the job you're after? Shout it out. For example, instead of just listing Bachelor of Arts in Communications, try Bachelor of Arts in Communications with a focus on digital marketing and social media management. Did you complete any impressive projects, write a killer thesis, or graduate with honors? This is your time to shine. Include a brief description of your accomplishments and how they demonstrate your skills and knowledge. Remember, hiring managers are looking for potential, not just years of experience. So, don't be afraid to showcase your academic achievements and let your enthusiasm for learning shine through. Section 3. Skills. Section, your secret weapon. The skills section is critical for landing an interview. Highlight your hard-earned skills and abilities. Think of your skills as tools in your toolbox. Showcase your expertise confidently. Brainstorm a list of hard and soft skills. Prioritize skills relevant to the job description. Include those in your skills section. Section 4. Keywords. Speaking the hiring. Remember that job description we talked about earlier? Hiring managers often use applicant tracking systems, or ATS, to scan resumes for specific keywords. These systems are designed to weed out unqualified candidates and identify those whose resumes most closely match the job requirements. So, how do you make sure your resume makes it past these digital gatekeepers? By speaking their language. And by that, I mean incorporating relevant keywords into your resume. Remember that job description we talked about earlier? That, my friends, is your keyword goldmine. Carefully analyze the job description and identify the key skills, qualifications, and experience that the hiring manager is looking for. Then, sprinkle those keywords throughout your resume, especially in your skills section and work experience descriptions. For example, if the job description mentions project management, communication skills, and Microsoft Excel proficiency, make sure those keywords appear naturally within your resume. Section 5. Tailoring is key. A custom-fit resume for every job. Do I really have to create a new resume for every job? Tailoring your resume to each job is crucial for success. Would you wear the same outfit to a job interview as to a black tie gala? Probably not. The same principle applies to your resume. Present yourself in the best light for each opportunity. Section 1. Formatting your resume's first impression. A culinary masterpiece. Would you serve it on a content locked and loaded, bursting with tailored skills and sparkling achievements? Now let's talk about presentation, because let's face it, looks matter. Just like a Broadway show needs the right lighting and set design, your resume needs the right formatting to truly shine. A well-formatted resume is easy on the eyes, simple to read, and makes a great first impression. Think of it this way. You're a talented chef who's just prepared a culinary masterpiece. Would you serve it on a dirty plate with mismatched cutlery? No way. You'd choose an elegant presentation that complements the quality of your food. Your resume deserves the same level of care and attention to detail. First and foremost, keep it concise. Aim for a one-page resume, especially if you're earlier in your career. Hiring managers receive tons of resumes, so make sure yours gets straight to the point and highlights your most impressive accomplishments without unnecessary fluff. Section 2. Font Face-Off. Choose any computer screen. When it comes to font size, it might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it can make a big difference. You want a font that's professional, legible, and easy on the eyes. Avoid anything too cutesy, quirky, or difficult to read. Remember, you want your qualifications to stand out, not your font choice. Stick to classic, universally readable fonts like Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman, or Helvetica. These fonts are tried and true, and they'll ensure your resume looks professional on any computer screen. When it comes to font size, aim for 10 to 12 points for the body text and 14 to 16 points for headings. You want your resume to be easy to read, but not look like it was written for someone with a magnifying glass. And speaking of headings, use them liberally throughout your resume to break up the text and make it easier to navigate. Think of headings like signposts guiding the hiring manager through your professional journey. Section 3. White space is your friend. Now imagine walking into a room that's spacious, with minimal look we talked about. That's where white space comes in. White space, or negative space, is the empty space on your resume between the text, margins, and headings. It might seem counterintuitive, but embracing white space is crucial for creating a visually appealing and easy-to-read resume. Think of it this way. Imagine walking into a room that's jam-packed with furniture, knickknacks, and clutter. Feels a little overwhelming, right? Now imagine walking into a room that's spacious, with minimal furniture and a calming color palette. Feels more inviting, doesn't it? Your resume should feel like that second room. Inviting, easy to navigate, and pleasing to the eye. Use bullet points to break up large blocks of text, leave plenty of white space between sections, and make sure your margins are wide enough to give your content room to breathe. Section 4. Proofreading. Don't let typos steal the show. You've crafted the perfect resume, sleek font, ample white space, top-notch content. But wait, before you hit send, proofread. Typos and errors can send your resume to the reject pile. They make you look careless and unprofessional. Have a system to catch errors before they reach the hiring manager. Read it out loud to catch mistakes. Use spell check. Get a fresh pair of eyes to review. Section 1. Lights, camera, action. Some employers prefer resumes in a specific format, like as the opening act to your resume's main event. Peace to the world. Take a moment to pat yourself on the back. Do a little victory dance. You've earned it. You've transformed that resume from a wallflower into a shining star, ready to steal the show. Now, before you hit that send button, let's talk about how to make sure your resume arrives in tip-top shape. First things first, always follow the application instructions carefully. Some employers prefer resumes in a specific format, like PDF or Word document, while others might have an online application system. When saving your resume file, use a professional and easily identifiable name. First name underscore last name underscore resume is much better than resume underscore final underscore draft underscore 2 underscore point underscore o. Trust me, clarity is key. And speaking of clarity, always include a cover letter tailored to the specific job and company you're applying for. Think of your cover letter as the opening act to your resume's main event. It's your chance to introduce yourself, highlight your most relevant skills and experience, and express your enthusiasm for the opportunity. Section 2. You've got this. Confidence is key. Don't get discouraged if you don't land your dream job. Believe in yourself. You are talented, you are capable, and you have a unique set of skills and experiences to offer the world. Your resume is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's an important one. It's your chance to make a stellar first impression and open doors to incredible opportunities. So, go out there, put your best foot forward, and show those hiring managers what you're made of. Remember, the job search can be a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get discouraged if you don't land your dream job right away. Keep refining your resume, practicing your interview skills, and networking like your career depends on it, because it does. And hey, if you ever need a little pep talk or a friendly reminder of how awesome you are, just remember, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Now go out there and make me proud.